My father's from Iran, and my mother's from the States, so a bit of a half this and that. Exposed to Islam and Baha'i and Western Christianity of different flavors. Somewhat agnostic environment, but one that supported personal inquiry. In my early mid-teens, I started feeling like there was something more, and so started searching into more alternative kind of areas, a lot of metaphysical reading. And actually, I moved to California, to Southern California in 84, 85. Worked part-time here and there and spent all my money at the local metaphysical bookstore. And it was against that backdrop that I experienced the Urantia Book. I was in a bookstore, found this book that I hadn't seen before, and it looked pretty serious at 2,000 pages, so it caught my attention, pulled it off the shelf. Still a young guy, 18, 19, and so it was a little bit difficult to get into some of the material at the front end of the book. But the evolutionary information and the life carrier stuff, and I found the Adam and Eve section particularly interesting, and the Lucifer rebellion, and all the stuff that you can kind of get your teeth into. Even though a lot of the concepts found permanent places in my belief system, the book as a work went dormant for me, and for probably 25 years, it was not in my life. I had some surgery, and I wasn't expecting it to have as serious an impact as it did. And I came very close to not making it a couple times during the course of that surgery. And all of a sudden, these beliefs and these things that had just been part of my life and hanging on the walls of my philosophy for all these years, all of a sudden, their purpose was, being called on. I had to dust things off and get clear about things because there was this urgency. I had kind of vague concepts that I'd built up, some from the Urantia Book, some from other sources, but all of a sudden it was way more important for me to nail all that stuff down because I wasn't sure if I'd be here for much longer. Actually, I went on Google, and the question that was in my mind, the nature of the soul, what is the nature of the soul? I think it was, the second or third search result was a reference to a Urantia paper or a paragraph somewhere, and I thought, Urantia Book, yeah, that's what I need. When I realized that I'd rediscovered this gold mine of information, I decided I needed to read it from cover to cover. The last few remaining concerns that I had about life after death, the eternal purpose of creation and how it's all related, things kind of clicked into place, and I had a sense of peace. Some of the most impactful elements of the book for me are the things that emerge across all of the parts, the love that is able to be conveyed with that complete command of these words. It just contains all of the things that to me are the most important things that a person would want to know.